For the Republic. Hello there. Oh, greetings, greetings, greetings. What's up, Clone Boys? Just put the armor on for the first time in a couple weeks, so I figured I would come on here live and see if anybody's got any questions about it. My 501st and/or 332nd. I got both of them going on right now. Whew. So both of these are 501st Legion approved. I've got both the 501st and the 332nd that I can troop with. And I figured technically it's supposed to have a white back plate, but my GML didn't catch that, so no harm, no foul. So I've got one suit armor, 2 approved clones. And you can do that with a lot of the clones. There are little changes, pauldrons, things you can add. If you had a pauldron, I think something else, pauldron and a strap, you can turn this into one of the 501st clone commanders. Thank you, Black Wolf Railways. I appreciate that, man. This was my first big commitment cosplay that I did. And the first cosplay I did that got me into the 501st Legion. So very, very happy with it. Very happy with it. This is a kit. So this is ABS plastic. It is not a 3D printed, this is a resin cast, but the armor itself is ABS plastic. It's not 3D printed. It's a kit that came from a place called 850 Armor Works, and the kit itself, all told, probably cost about $800. Another $150 for the helmet. Boots, undersuit, neck seal, another $200 plus another, $150 or so, $200 in materials. So all told, probably cost me somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500 to do this. If I do commissions, and you can tack about $1,000 onto that for this. So. Put in voice shake. Yeah, I mean, I've got a fan in there for when I troop. It just basically blows air on the visor to keep the visor from fogging up. I've got a little bit more room. I could probably put some type of voice changer. I would probably, rather than a voice changer, I would go with some pre-recorded Tamura Morrison lines and just put those in there that I could, go through with some type of Kylo Ren-esque buttons on my fingers thing, so. Oh yeah, no, I can't, much respect to the people that build foam armor. I could never have the patience, to do that kind of work. This was hard in and of itself, but I couldn't imagine trying to build this or, even other armors out of that. I used EVA foam to build a piece of my Mando, the little, I don't know what you'd call that, under the cummerbund. That's about the only thing I've ever used EVA foam for, other than padding. I use it for padding and most of the things in here. So yeah, the armor, this is all from 850 Armor Works. This is where I get all of my clone armor from. They also have Stormtrooper armor, so they got TKs, they got clones, they got animated clones, they've got Mandalorian armors, a lot of different things, Death Troopers, Shore Troopers, a shit ton of different troopers you can choose from over there. So really nice little setup. The blaster, and this is a fake blaster, YouTube. This is not a real blaster. The blaster's from Galactic Armory. Galactic Armory, if you get anything ever from Galactic Armory, and that's galacticarmory.net, make sure to use code DarthRage at checkout. You'll get 10% off. So the blaster was from them, finished myself. And this is 3D printed. I've also got the big boy blaster, but it's across the room back there, and I don't really want to go get it. So questions, y'all got questions about the armor, let me know, please. I'm happy to answer. Happy to answer. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Danny Master Ardean is a local 501st member with me. He's in the Alabama group. I'm in the Florida group. Probably going to go back to the Alabama group. Don't tell anybody. Mando, like a Mandalorian Mando, or just a like Din Djarin, or just a generic Mandalorian? Because that'll be depend. Generic. I mean, we'd have to look and see how much the armor costs, but I wouldn't charge you much for, you know, like $200 over whatever the materials are. You know, I'm not gonna be mean to you, man. I'll take care of you. You know, I did Cody's Cal Scarata. So yeah, we can talk, man. I'd be happy to. And actually, my workbench is a little empty right now. I love this helmet. I don't know why. To me, this armor is by far the coolest armor in Star Wars. When you look at this armor next to a Stormtrooper armor or TK armor, I'm just kind of like, TK armor just looks really janky. To me, it's so cool that this was first made by a fan. The real kits, you know, it was all computer generated in the films, and so the first person that did this and built one of these was a fan, and that's pretty damn cool because I feel like they really nailed it in the overall look of it. So, but seriously, that's just, I mean, you look at that helmet compared to the Phase 1. So the Phase 1 has a whole lot more Mandalorian kind of look to it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Javin official. Yeah, this like the Phase 1 is kind of like a Stormtrooper and a Mandalorian helmet mixed, and then the Phase 2 is kind of like the Phase 1 and the Stormtrooper mixed. But I don't know. You got it. That's just badass. My favorite helmet by far. And when you troop in this, you just feel like a badass. For the Republic. Plankers. I think probably, let's see what we got. I'm gonna order another Ultra Saber next month. All right. You should really do something other than Ultra Sabers, and we can talk about that as well. You know, I've got NeoPixels that you could really, you know, fight with, but I've got baselets that aren't Ultra Sabers that do a whole lot more. That's another thing we can talk about. Another thing we can talk about. I feel like you need to play around with a real lightsaber, not a Disney one and not an Ultra Sabers. A real NeoPixel that's got legit smooth swing, and I think that you'll be very pleased with it. Yeah, everybody needs armor, man. Everybody needs a set armor. Absolutely. This is, I don't know, it's fun to wear. It's not uncomfortable to wear. I've got a lot of movement in it. Basically just can't bend down. Clone Boys, how much was it? That's kind of a tricky question. So the helmet kit was $150. The armor, belt, and all the little accessories itself was around $800, $900. Boots, $150. Undersuit, like $20. Gloves, $25. Neck seal, I think, was $50. And then another $150 worth of paint and materials to put it all together. So I estimate about $1,200 to $1,500 to put this together. One thing at a time. Yeah, you gotta work on whatever costumes you can, man. whatever costumes you can. Yeah, no, this shit's expensive. This is very, very expensive. And, that's why typically in the 501st, you're going to see a bunch of grown-ass men and women that have money to throw away, basically. Because you can't really do this on the cheap. There's not really a way. And this is not even one of the really expensive suits. I mean, you get into a Vader, and you're looking at $5,000 for that. Kylo Ren, $3,000 for that. So there's some very, very expensive suits. But when you get into full armor, yeah, it's going to be expensive. And again, I do commissions. I do full armor commissions. I've done quite a few full armor commissions. But I always recommend, I learned how to do this while I was building this armor. And this is something that anybody can do as long as you got a little space to work. So I always recommend that people, I got a Stormtrooper onesie as well, and a Chewbacca onesie. But I always recommend people do this yourself, because the other thing about having this armor is inevitably something will break on it. This stuff, when you're moving around, things are going to snap, crackle, and pop. And, when you built it, you will have learned everything that you need to know in order to fix it. So by all means, happy to do full commissions for people, but being able to repair it yourself is absolutely very handy. Because, this thing, I've had this armor, I think, for 2 years now, and made very minor repairs on it. There's the, and is your, I don't know, is your bucket is plastic, right? It's ABS plastic. I may be able to repair that. I don't know. I'd have to look at it and see. But yeah, these things, they break. Over time they wear out. They are plastic and or resin. So you're going to, get what you put into it. But again, 2 years running, and this thing is still, it's got many, many years left in it. Many, many years left in it. So questions? Questions about, the approval process, questions about what it's like to troop. A lot of people, I think the most common question I have is, what can I see out of this? So when you have this helmet on, you really have pretty much a clear field of vision to right about here. If in order to see down, like where you're walking, you will have to kind of bend your head down. So your vision is limited below the waist. Other than that, it's not really hard to see out of this. Without a fan in the helmet, the visor will fog up if you're wearing this for 10, 15 minutes in a row. So yeah, I would do a Clone Commander. I guess I've got one. I got a Cody. That's a Clone Commander. Cody is actually sitting over on my mannequin right now. But yeah, I've got a Cody armor as well. It's just I haven't had him out and about for several months, because once I put these things on a mannequin, it's kind of a bitch to get it off. So I've left Cody on the mannequin for quite a while, and I started doing stuff with the 501st. I'll switch them out again here and put this armor on the mannequin and play around with Cody some. But yeah, aim for the head. Well, you aim for the head, but you maybe not hit the head. Stormtroopers, sorry. Clones, much better shot. Much, much better shot. Also, they're all right-handed. Every clone is a right. Because Django is a righty. Their pa is a righty. Questions? Let me know. Y'all have questions about this. How much does it cost? It cost me about $1,500 to build it myself. And that's with everything, boots, undersuit, gloves, all that. Left-handed, yeah. You'd have to be right-handed, holding the gun. Hold your blaster in your right hand. That's not hard to do. Just say that. I've never tried to hold mine left-handed. It's weird, but I can do it. So yeah, you need to hold it in the right. You need to be a righty. Oh, expensive hobby, but worth it for kids and families and fans alike. Yes. So I've never actually done any of the hospital visits. You know, those kind of got shut down when COVID came, and I think we've only had one in the Florida garrison since I've been there. I'm really looking forward to doing one of those. For me, I love getting into the sporting events when you know when we've got a themed Star Wars themed baseball game or hockey game. Those are a lot of fun to me. You get to get into the event like that. I love all the cons. You know where you're amongst folks that are there. I think the blaster. You have to go to Galactic Armory for sure, but I want to say it was under $100. I think it was like $90, and that's unfinished. And then I finished it myself. Very, very simple process to finish. It comes in a couple pieces. Sand them, glue them, paint them. I mean, it's like 3 different paint colors. So somewhere around $100. Somewhere in that. The big one, I want to say it's like 150, but that sucker is like 4 feet tall. It is long. It is long. Oh yeah, we've got, so here, and they're the ones that we go to are in Pensacola. There's a Pensacola hockey game and a Pensacola baseball game. So a hockey game in the fall, baseball game in the summer that we get to go out to, and those are fun. Those are fun. And ours aren't any professionals. I mean, most of the professional teams also have those. Ours are minor league teams. But yeah, they have Star Wars theme nights. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, so Lucas LFL events, what Brandon, official Jedi Master Ardeen, is talking about. Those are the Lucasfilm sponsored events, and most of those sporting events are Lucasfilm sponsored events. And so what that means is that you have to have your entire costume on point. So no little extras, you know, like sometimes a Mardi Gras parade will have Mardi Gras beads. It's a Christmas parade, we might have, you know, candy canes instead of blasters. But at a Lucasfilm official event, it has to be a costume that looks just like it's supposed to look. So yeah, those are fun though too, because you know that, you know, you're doing it with the big guy's approval. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Yep, it's got to be accurate. Yeah, and everybody's got an accurate costume. You can't get into the 501st without an accurate costume. However, we like to have fun at certain events and supplement our armors and our stuff with, you know, other things. So, you know, like you couldn't have a lore accurate lightsaber if you were a Jedi. You couldn't have a Sith lightsaber, you know, at one of these events. You can't. You know, it's just you've got to keep it to what it was in the movies, basically. All right, so I think I've had this on for probably just a little bit too long. So I figure what I will do is I'll suit down now and let you guys kind of see how it all goes together, which is a very simple process. The harnessing of this armor is very, very simple. So yes, I did a couple Christmas greetings, and the Santa hat fits very well, and a beard. I had a Santa hat and a beard over my clone. Somewhere way back there. If you go back towards December in my drafts, you'll see it. All right, so we're going to suit down so you guys can see what we have going on with the armor. So these gloves, these are Nomex flight gloves. It's a pilot's glove, and the hand armor is literally just Velcroed on there. But a Nomex flight glove, so it goes long, so you can't really see anything underneath there. You see I got a little bit of upholstery foam in here, and that's really what holds that in place, but these just slide on, and then that's what kind of keeps it where it needs to go. So it simply slides on together. The elbows and the knees are similar, and they've got this fake armor strap, but then there's an elastic strap that I put on the inside that holds it in place. So the elastic holds that. The second side here is exactly the same as the other. Only difference is this has the comm pad on it. And that. Same. All right. So let me clip these off and I'll show you how the shoulder bells and biceps work. All right, so underneath my neck seal, I've got a little piece of elastic with a clip on it. and it's attached to either side. And that clip clips into this piece here. Got a little piece of elastic to hold the shoulder bell down, and then the bicep is attached and literally just hangs off that. So all strapped, that's what you're looking at for the top. So the arms literally sit just by this piece right here. Very, very simple. And it's a simple process. I could also get this all on by myself, which a lot of people can't do. Kind of designed my builds so you can put it on yourself, because you don't always have somebody available to help you suit up. And sometimes you just want to put on your armor. Same one for there, and a clip right out there. Very simple. So this literally just sits on top of the abs. It's all one piece. Most people, when they build their armor, the CRL, the costume requirement list, just calls for a seam here. Most people make this so it can open up and close, and they can just kind of clamshell it over top. I opted not to do that simply because why give yourself more options of things that come apart when you can just slide it down on top and it sits nice and snug. So mine is all one piece. And there you have it. So this literally just slides over the abs, and the abs are held on with a set of straps that I made myself, kind of suspender straps. Literally, that just sits on top. All these straps are for show. You don't even need them, although if it fell down far enough, it could sit on that. But not heavy. Again, this armor is not heavy at all, so really easy, really easy. Yeah, I've seen when you're anything that I can avoid Velcro on, you get that Velcro sound all the time, anything you've got. So when I'm moving around, there's inevitably some Velcro pull sound. So I try to avoid Velcro where I can. Sorry. So, I opted to do it as one solid piece. It just made more sense. Most people also opt to put a space in the back so they can snap this piece on as well. Again, I felt like it was unnecessary. I just built it so I can get this on first, and it's all one solid piece. The belt is attached to that as well, and then the cod and the butt are Velcroed in. So like this, I cannot bend down. So in order to take it off, I've got to take off the cod piece. Show you how that goes together. So I have Velcro, Velcro, Velcro snap, Velcro and snap. And there's a snap on this end as well. So it snaps, Velcro's underneath here, Velcro's on the sides, and then the snaps are really kind of decorative, but that's also for level 2 certification. So your cod piece comes out like so, like so. And then once that's like that, I can bend down. So I'm gonna take the leg pieces off and I'll kind of show you how they go together. All right, so my clone boots, realistic clone boots. This is from a company called Keep Trooping. Awesome company, great boots. Again, I've had these for 2 years and they are in perfect condition. They're weathered. That's weathering that I did. That's not weathering. They came pristine. But these, about 150. About 150. Yeah, we are an officially licensed costume club recognized by Disney and Lucasfilm. That's why we have to be legit about what we wear and how it looks as close to movie grade as you can get. And there are different levels as well. But yeah, it's got to be screen accurate is what we're shooting for. So we got that. Now, the hardest piece that most people have trouble with is the shin spoon. And let me show you what we're talking about here. So the way the armor is designed in the movie, that's what the back of it looks like. It's all one solid piece. Problem is that hole is not really big enough unless your foot is double jointed. There's not really a whole lot of space to get your foot through there. So they've created what they call, and the armor has to be seamless. You can't have like a break in it anywhere. So we created a system called the shin spoon. So the spoon part of this comes out. You can get your foot in like that. And then you snap this up here. There's a tab on the side there. Tab on the side over here. And then a tab under there. And you literally just take it, snap it into the tabs, and then you've got one solid piece. So that is the solution for basically a computer-generated piece of armor that can't fit over somebody. Genius solution. Shin spoons, that's really probably what most people fear the most when building a realistic clone suit, but they're really not that difficult to do. Knee, similar to the elbow, got a little piece of elastic, fake outside armor strap, and elastic in the center to keep it on. Second side is the same as the first side. Got the foot charm horse. Second one. Almost there. Second one of those. So this is my neck seal, and this is from a company called Dark Closet. And man, do they make some good stuff. But that one-piece neck seal, I think this was $55, somewhere around there. So we're down to the thigh and this piece. So the thighs are basically just worn with a belt. So there's just a belt, and then the thighs are strapped on the sides there. And that's the only part that's really strapped up on the bottom. The rest of it is just freestanding and fits there. And then you can see, this is my cod piece. Or sorry, my abs, and it's all really one piece. The butt is Velcroed on the same as the front, so it kind of, hangs, has a little movement. But the belt and everything is just all attached, and this is all one piece. So the clone diaper, it's kind of known as collectively. So that is it. That is it. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Now reverse that, and that's kind of how it all goes on. But yeah, these are my clone undies, and this is just regular compression sportswear. I just got it from Dick's Sporting Goods. So hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna go binge watch some television and enjoy my day off. Thank you for being here. As always, I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.